All right, this is Hidden Kingdoms, beginning of a new campaign. When people could make it, stuff happens. So this is Hidden Kingdoms Episode 1, Title to be determined. Um, this is the intro to this. The evening is late, and the moon's light through the window acts as a counterpoint to the dim candle's flame that Oleg uses to write his latest desperate missive. His trading post on the edge of Rosslyn might not seem important to most folk, but his post acts as a bastion of civilization on the edge of the untamed, stolen lands. Penn meets to find parchment, the remainder of his limited stock, and a final hope for salvation. To any and all adventurers, nobles, lords, and fine folk who read this, I plead your ear and your mercy. I am Oleg, master of a trading post on the edge of the forsaken, stolen lands. I have entrusted this letter with a hunter who has done business with me for near 2 decades. I am in desperate need of aid. Rostov has promised to patrol, but I fear it may be too late. They have already stolen nearly my entire livelihood worth of coin and goods, and then grow increasingly discontent when you have little to offer every time they come to visit us. The bandits here are terrifying and ruthless, and I fear I will lose my hands, if not my head, if they come back in 3 days and find that we haven't enough gold to appease them. Please send aid at haste. If I am to die, so be it, but let my wife be spared, for she is innocent in all of this. That would have to do. He had gone over it a dozen times or more in his head, but his gruff attitude would not let him change his words once he had wrote them down. If he were to send for help by such manners, the least he could do is not cover it with scratching in poor form. A night is late, and the only hope for him lie in the morning, where his friend leaves at dawn. We come to a road where our party, having just left Rostov, is on the way to stolen lands, with a particular charter given to them. This charter reads as follows. Be it so known that the bearer of this charter has been charged by the sword lords of Rostov, acting upon the greater good and authority vested within them by the office of the Regent of Dragonscale Throne, has granted the right of exploration and travel within the wilderness region known as Greenbelt. Exploration should be limited to an area no further than 36 miles east and west and 60 miles south of Oleg's trading post. The carrier of this charter should also strive against banditry and other unlawful behavior to be encountered. The punishment for unrepentant banditry remains, as always, execution by sword or rope. So witnessed on this 24th day of Telestral, under watchful eye of the Lordship of Rostov and authority granted by the Lord Lenske Sartova, current regent of the Dragonscale Throne. You come along a road, it is nearing the evening. You crest a hill, and you see a body ahead of you. Let's go ahead and go through the list and describe your characters, exception to sub. Burnos.
All right. So, this is a pending name. I'm probably going to change this later, but my character's name is Aurelia. She is a
Oh no,
ancient
Aurelia.
elf. Yeah, currently. I may change this in a little bit. I'm still tweaking things,
Okay.
but she is a her background is Saved by Clockwork, where she was hunting monsters, but was left for dead after a particularly bad fight with a werewolf, and lost her arm. But an inventor came by and saved her life, and also gave her a new arm. Um, she is a magus, and with her long life as being an ancient elf, she has already taken on the psychic dedication, so she has psychic abilities as well. And she's the frontliner with a big sword and some decently heavy armor.
Gotcha. All right. Ooh.
Ah. Would you believe that I don't even have a name for this fucking character?
That was me an hour ago.
I don't know. I
I
hate the name
thought.
Aurelia, but like that's because I play League. So.
Oh no, not Irelia, Aurelia. It's
Oh.
spelled differently. Very different.
Aurelianite?
It's spelled very different. Let me yeah
Okay.
that's how I spell it.
Uh,
It's a real name. It's a Roman name.
Fair enough.
Do I have
Quick,
to
chat,
manually
chat
add in all my
GPT this
spells?
bitch.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
hang on, hang on.
have to
None
manually
of
put
these
all
are
my...
good names. What the fuck?
Hold on.
Uh,
What is your? Let's describe your character first off.
okay. So I will not give a name for the moment until I figure it out, and when I figure it out, you will be the first to know. But as far as the character is, he is a young a young human, not
Steve.
very tall, probably about 5'4", 5'5", somewhere in that range. He does not look like he comes from a very good background. His robes that he has on are kind of tattered. You would think that a wizard would wear robes and a big funny hat, but this guy really just has like that funky Peaky Blinders hat and like cheap tunics on that are too big for him so they look like robes, and then he has on like crappily made sandals and this like gnarled branch that he's like broken pieces off into a staff, and he has like this tiny messenger bag kind of strapped to his side where he keeps all of his stuff in it, and there is the engraving of uh, a poorly made like patch that has been engraved into the side of it that's of like this cartoon monkey that's on the side.
Okay, that's interesting. I don't know. He sounds like an Ormond to me.
Ornament? I don't know.
I don't know, or like a Gregory, something like I don't know. Because Gregory, I've never met a Gregory that wasn't like a little dirty, I guess.
Or a Ron.
I have the name. His name is Arlo.
That's a good one.
Arlo.
Arlo,
I
that'll
like
work.
Arlo.
Does he have like a
No last
fancy
name.
honorific or?
No, he just goes by Arlo. He has no last name. His family was too poor to buy one.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna come up with an honorific or something for my character in a little bit.
I think it'd be funny if last names are indeed free, but their answers just got scammed.
Oh wait, that button that I just did, post it to the chat. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
that way we're able to see like the description and stuff of anything that you want to share.
Oh, okay.
But he's more from like a town that is very much like a serf village where it's like your last name was basically your job. His family was so poor that they don't have a job, so he doesn't have a last name.
But he's a wizard, so he's like learned it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's self-taught, homeschooled.
Self-study.
He had to figure it all out himself because there was no wizarding college nearby that he could afford.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let me fix your name. Okay. Talon.
All right. So the camera pans in to this mysterious dark figure standing on a hill until one of the other characters moves out of the way to reveal the 3-foot-tall goblin wearing a very large trench coat and a very wide-brimmed straw hat with 2 holes in the top of it, carrying a rifle on his back that is as tall as he is. It says Strix the Boom Handler, the 623rd born of his brood.
Jesus, goblins have a lot of kids.
They do. They also kick them out very young.
No wonder they're fucking everywhere.
He is
Yes.
a 9-year-old tailed goblin. The only reason that the gun is not falling off of his back is because his tail is quite well wrapped around it.
Okay. That's an entrance. Alright. So as you guys cross the hill, you see a body of what appears to be an older gentleman collapsed in the middle of the road.
Collapsed body of an older gentleman on the road. You said?
Yep. There's
Are we
blood
on like
pooling under him.
are we in a horse cart or something? By the way, or are we just walking?
You're walking. You're too poor
Okay.
for a horse cart.
Well, I was wondering if we brought any supplies for this potential.
Fuck
You
no.
think Arlo
Charter
has
we have.
supplies?
Look, this is the royal equivalent of throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Fair. Okay.
Strix don't ride. Strix don't walk. Who's taller? I'm climbing. And he would literally just climb up someone's back to their shoulder.
Let's see.
Arlo is definitely the shortest next to.
Oh yeah. What?
Strix.
Sorry. What? I'm still getting names. What's Sebastian's character's name?
He's
He's
not here.
not here yet.
Oh, he's not here yet. Oh yeah. Then
It's
I think
just the three of us.
Aurelio is probably the
Whack.
tallest out of the three of us.
Yep. Strix is 3 foot tall, by the way.
Is there a map of this by the way yet or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, sounds good. That's Okay. Let's do like if we like squint and look closely, can we see if he's like dead or injured?
There's something sticking out of his back.
Seeing a person on the ground, Arlo is just gonna call and go, "Oh no!" and start running up and be like, "Sir, are you okay?"
Oh gosh.
Dead man.
Oh no.
He doesn't say anything, but his pocket starts to move.
His pocket starts to move?
Yes.
Aurelia will, while that's happening, will scan the tree lines around the road to see if make sure there's nothing gonna ambush us.
Can Arlo do like a medicine check to get a
All right.
see how this
DC
guy's
10.
doing?
Roll it. Medicine.
easy? Check this out.
Nice. 22. Okay, so the man is clearly dead, and it looks like he's been dead for a good bit. However, looking at what's in his back, it appears to be a short throwing knife.
Arlo will probably just call out, "Oh no! It looks like we were too late. Oh, he was murdered. That's not good. Be on the lookout. Hold on."
But from his medicine check, did we get how decomposed the body is? Like, does he look pretty freshly killed?
Definitely killed today.
Okay.
Roll
And
me a
Aurelia
perception
didn't.
check.
Yeah, that was gonna say, did she see anything in the tree line?
Can I take the knife?
Yes.
Oh, there's perception. I forget perception's its own category here. It's not a skill, exactly. I rolled a 14. I'm in Path Builder still. I gotta
There's some
bring it over.
movements
Still.
in the bushes.
Movement in the bushes.
So it's a throwing knife.
I guess I don't know if we have. Has anyone a face? Come to think of it, do we have a face? Do we? I don't know if
I
we
have
do.
0 charisma.
Something
boy.
inside the bushes rustles as it retreats.
Technically, I have +2 charisma.
That's the. I think that's the most
Are
we
you
got.
telling me the goblin boomstick is a fucking party face?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, negotiation in air quotes.
You might want to change your skills over to diplomacy skills.
Everybody likes my cousin's Boblin.
Alright.
Anyway, so Aurelia's gonna call out, "Hey, come out of there!" into the bushes in case it is a sentient species.
Something runs off. Dashes.
Like further away.
Like very quickly. The knife you pull out is very strange. It has some unique markings.
Okay.
Should we see if it has any magical properties, maybe? I'm trying to remember
I
what
don't know. Does it look kind of magical?
It definitely got some fancy runes on it. It's like an S combined with an L.
If we do, I have to detect magic. You cast detect magic at regular intervals. You move at half your travel speed or slower. You have no chance of accidentally overlooking a magic aura. That's if you're like just trying to detect magic as you walk past things. Never mind, that's different.
No, I don't have detect magic. That was one of the
identify
things that I could
magic,
have taken.
Arcana. Here we go. Let's see. How long does this take? 10 minutes. You want to spend 10 minutes trying to see if we can find out if this is magical?
I'll climb a
I
tree
don't-
and keep an eye out.
I don't think that's very good to be doing right now.
Well, I don't know if we're
we
in
don't
too
have
much of a.
time. Considering we have a dead man right in front of us.
Dead man's not going anywhere. He's
Yeah,
got
but
all the time in the world.
And I mean, Oleg sent this out probably weeks ago. It's going to be a while until he expects to get help.
Ooh, I don't like it.
I think we could spare 10 minutes just to
Oh.
learn what we can for this knife.
Oh, fine. I'll give it a look over.
What's your
So
Arcana?
what
I
is
assume
the
it's pretty
what is
high.
the action?
It's just Arcana. It's identified magic, is what it's called. And Arcana, like parentheses. You can.
Identify magic.
It's not an action. It's like it takes
I-
10 minutes.
A giant floating purple book titled "The Rules" appears as Aurelia goes through it.
Just
The world
gotta
seems
make
to
sure
stop
that
while
we
she
can
does
actually
this.
do it. Yep. All right. So that's just an Arcana check. I'm good at these. I got a +7.
Roll it.
You know, whenever it decides to roll.
As you look at the knife, a blue hand appears.
From the knife?
Oh dear lord.
Where does it appear from?
It just appears into thin air. And it opens up a pocket.
As I jump out and go, oh my
Pocket.
god. I was so stuffed in there. He's gonna kill me. My legs barely work.
You hear a rat go squeak.
No, I can speak full.
No,
Uh, I
you
was-
can only speak rat.
No, because I was smart and I took ghost sound.
Ah.
Oh, okay, all right. You circumvented.
And I have presentation, so I can do that too.
You circumvented the rules. Got it.
Yes.
So
Of
what
course.
is that again? Ghost.
Ghost sound. It basically I can make really non like human like sounds that's not entirely intelligible.
Oh, so it just sounds like gibberish?
Yeah, it's words, but it's like gibberish.
Okay, so we think you're talking in like another language we don't know or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
This rat is squeaking in a very strange way.
And it comes out of nowhere, thin air.
Yeah, it comes out of the pocket. And it has a hat on it.
How big is this rat? Like,
It's a pretty
Uh,
big rat.
pretty big rat. Like,
Arlo is gonna go, oh dear lord, that's bigger than the rat at home.
Is he bigger than 3 foot tall?
No.
No.
I'm gonna do
That's
a
a New
nature
York
check.
rat right there.
I think I would do a nature check to see if if Aurelia would know what a rat
Big
folk
rat.
is.
I think
She
it
got
was
a
like
ni-
7
she got
inch
a
long
9.
without the tail.
Yeah, I feel like
That's a
I
big
like
rat.
what is this just a rat or is it a rat
It's a
folk?
rat.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Garden
saying.
variety. You see it in the open field rat.
Strix would actually get down and poke the rat, like, you look tasty.
It then will blind you with a light right in front of your face.
Oh, can't see.
Well,
Oh, the rat
Get
can
back!
move.
Get back!
well,
You can
it's
hear it
It
intelligibly.
starts to squeak very, very aggressively.
well, it seems to
Did-
be intelligent.
Did that rat just cast light?
Seems to have.
Oh god, what have I gotten myself into?
The hand picks it up and puts it on the ground.
Uh,
And then I brush myself off.
Can you tell us why you're here, rat? Aurelia kind of like stoops down, like as if she's talking to a child.
It nods my head up and down.
Okay. And she waits there like for like another couple seconds, seeing if he says anything else.
The hand points to the hat.
Aurelia tries to pick up the hat.
The rat suddenly turns to a rat folk.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, that's just my hat. I picked it up a few years back. It's great for getting around, but the thing is once I put it on, I can't take it off.
oh. It was like, is it
when-
still? Is it still a really tiny hat, by the way?
No, it's a full size hat now.
Oh, okay.
when you become full-sized, Arlo just panics, like falls back flat on his ass, and is just hyperventilating, like, "Oh God!"
I
You're
guess I'll
in
give
the
you my
wrong line of work, Arlo.
Well,
I'll
you
give
may
you
have.
He
my
is.
character description now. I'm a jet black rat folk with some graying hair, old man, and is very like old and wizened. It's a witch.
What? Well, well, if you can cast magic, that's probably a good thing since you might have just killed our wizard. Aurelia gives the hat back.
No, no, I'm okay. I'm fine. Just, whew, it spooked me a little bit there. Was not expecting that.
Yeah,
Whew.
you got
Yeah.
some issues.
You know, I get that quite often, but it's always kind of just relaxing to be a rat, you know? I don't have to deal with the worries of the world. I can just think on my magic.
Fair enough, but why are you here? Where did you come from?
I'm just wandering looking for more rituals and tomes.
So why here though? Why like they said there's a lot of places for that, not the middle of the woods where a dead guy is.
Oh, this
Most
guy.
of the dead guy in the street.
I was just walking my way and he picked me up because I'm a rat in a hat and he tossed me in his pocket.
Oh, you got caught in his pocket. But where did the
Yes.
knife? Who killed him?
I don't know. He just thumped over.
Hmm.
Not too long before you got here.
I see. I have now put the picture together.
I
Would
was thinking
Nebula
about coming out
recount like
swinging.
some information of what he overheard? Because I can tell him if you want.
Yeah, yes.
Essentially, he would have overheard a conversation with something like this. He was going to go to the city. A couple of people show up and say, "Hey, you're trying to go and get some help." And he's going to he was trying to convince them, like, "No, I'm just traveling. I'm just doing my thing." And then they don't believe him. A fight breaks out. He tries to run. They threw a knife.
Okay. Well, there are supposed to be a lot of bandits in this area, so it's not surprising. They probably are long gone by now.
Suspiciously, he was not looted.
Oh,
Eh.
what else is on his person then?
Oh.
That implies there is more loot to be found.
Jeez.
There are possessions left by a widower, yeah. But I mean, you wouldn't know that, I guess. You just found this dead guy, and you're like, oh well, he's got stuff on him.
Barnos, how do you pronounce your character's name?
Aurelia.
Aurelia. Oh, please, Miss Aurelia, I don't think it's a good idea to be manhandling the dead like that.
He's not.
there-
Is he
there's
using? He's not using anything.
Oh. My pastor would highly disagree with this.
um, she rolls her eyes and keeps patting. You don't make it to 97 years old if you're gonna be a little queasy about looting a body.
Are we all old?
Well, Aurelia is young for an ancient elf, to be fair.
Oh, okay, you're an elf. Okay.
Arlo is young.
Strix
he is
points at Aurelia. 9! You're 9 too!
Yes, I'm 9 too. She says slightly
He has
exasperated.
a bag next to him, as well as a hunting bow, and some few nits and nads inside the bag. Do you open it?
Yep.
There's a letter. There's a couple of trinkets, and a small purse containing 5 silver pieces and 14 copper.
Aurelia will grab this. She is okay with splitting the money eventually, but just for simplicity's sake, she's just gonna grab it. 14 copper and 5 silver.
Make sure you're good at bookkeeping.
That makes sense. I was just adding it to my inventory. But also, would you say that hunting bow is a short bow?
Yep.
Cool.
Also, cool thing about Foundry that you might not know about, but you can make treasure hoards. So anytime you want to hand out like items that we might loot from somebody, you can make a little thingy that you can drag onto our character and share, and we can just pick and choose what gets added to our inventory.
Ooh,
from it.
that's pretty cool.
Ooh, well, that's
Nice.
not convenient.
Yeah, Foundry seems like one of the best platforms. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, Ah, man, that sounds like great if you don't have to set it up.
It's not that hard. You just go over to it's still over in either, I believe it's let me make sure. Yeah, it's in items, and then you go create new item, and then you do like treasure, and then it'll bring up a full thing where you can like add a bunch of stuff to it.
Did
Or
he have
it'll do a container or something like that, I believe.
Did he have any food on him, by the way? Since he's traveling and all.
He had a day's rations.
Days rations, cool.
You get the sense that
Oh, wait,
he's
here
a
we go.
hunter-gatherer type, so he would
Okay.
like,
You'd get most stuff along the way.
yeah.
I take it
Yeah.
back. It is in the actor tab, you do create new actor, and then you change the type to loot. And then it'll pull up
By the
everything for you,
way,
and you can just add loot to it.
it is a small carved wooden figurine of a bear.
Small wooden carving of a bear. Well, Aurelia will just take the food, the bow, and the coin. If anyone wants to take the carving of the bear, she doesn't see as much use in that one. And she's just picking this up. She if anyone wants these things, she's okay with giving it. She just wants to make sure the party has it.
Yeah. Arlo will definitely be a little bit squeamish at taking a dead person's thing, but I guess at this point he can't really say no. So if you want him to hang on to something, he can. He will not be able to use the hunting bow at all.
So that's what you
I think-
find.
My father one time tried to teach me how to use a bow, and it did not end well for him.
I think
There's a
Aurelia
reason
is
he
the only
only
one.
has one toe left.
How badly does it go to lose multiple toes?
I didn't say he lost all of them that day.
That was a good snack.
Okay, so that's what you just find is by looking over him. Do you want to roll an
Yeah.
investigation, see if you can find anything more?
Sure. That sounds pretty. Oh, wait, do I have investigation perform? Wait, there is no investigation in this game.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What's the equivalent roll in? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
What are you trying to figure out?
I think it's just perception.
What's the equivalent of investigation?
I think it's just perception. I think in this game.
I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Perception is basically investigation.
There's,
Unless it's
like-
investigating something specific, in which
Like-
case you have different like
Lore.
roles that you could put it in, core skills that you could do.
There's also society too. So sometimes like if you're like doing like a social deduction, it would be society.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, I take it back. If it's a crossbow, I know how to use a fucking crossbow for
It was a
some
short
reason,
bow.
but not a hunting bow.
Yeah.
What?
You know, it's a short
But
bow.
bows are harder to use than a crossbow, to be fair. In
They
IRL.
really are.
All right.
Don't
roll
ask
it.
me how I learned how to do it.
What are we
Shoot.
rolling? Perception?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let's see. We got a nat 1 plus 4. 4 total.
You look it over and you're like, oh well, I mean that's all. He's got pockets, I guess, but I didn't feel anything in them.
Yep. Well, I'm ready to go. You guys ready to keep on moving? Oh, speaking of which, Rat Boy, you want to come with us?
Oh,
I don't think that was very polite of you, Miss Aurelia.
And young
Oh.
man, I'm no boy.
Yeah. Oh, Rat Man. Sorry. You want to come with us?
My lord, Aurelia.
Nibbler.
Oof.
Side note, I almost made myself named Ratman.
Yo, Nibbler, roll me a perception check while you were in his pockets.
Okay.
See if you had any other ideas about what his possessions might be.
Hey, you really want us to find this, huh?
How do I do this?
Okay, so if you want to roll for perception, on the left side of your character sheet where it has like that big Pathfinder bookmark thing, above the initiative tab, there's just a thing for perception. Just click the little D20 and it'll roll it for you.
Okay. 11.
Um, at the base of one of his pockets is something that was shiny that you were stuck near. It's a silver necklace.
Silver necklace. Okay. I let the party know about the silver necklace.
Killbear.
Cool.
Does it look magical at all?
No.
Arlo
No, okay.
is going to start sweating and like lean over to the pocket and just be. You say it was in this one? And pull it out. Save that for me, Dad. I will. Give him back his left toe.
Good on you. All right, good find. I must
It's
have.
it is a silver locket worth 8 silver pieces, and it has at the bottom of it a portrait or like a picture of somebody in it. Of a woman.
Oh.
Well, maybe we can use it to figure out who to report his death to. They'll probably want to know. We don't have to tell them we found
Yes,
anything.
that would be the good thing, wouldn't it? How much was it?
Eight
Eight.
silver pieces.
So,
But yeah, Ratman, you want to come with?
Yeah.
really?
Why not? I like a good adventure, as long as there's tomes involved.
Probably
Maybe.
will be. That's fine. We'll find out.
If there's any cookbooks, I can't promise not to eat the pages.
That's a deal. You can have the cookbook page.
So I guess we travel onwards.
anyone
In the woods, a
else-
twig snaps.
Oh, a twig
Oh,
snaps in the
Lord.
wood. In the woods.
Everybody in the party just hears.
Um.
You hear a muffled shit.
Aurelia will definitely scan for where the snap came from.
You hear an upset stomach.
That's a proper response to me reloading my gun.
um. So, Aurelia says, come out right now, or I'm gonna chase you this time."
I
Into the
can't
woods.
run anyway.
Arlo will come on and don't try anything funny. You get a knife on me.
Oh, I feel like I ate something bad.
So who does he come out of the clearing or the
Yeah,
woods?
he comes out kind of like towards the road. It's this man in like some leather armor. He seems to be alone, and he's like currently bent down, grabbing his guts. His brown pants seem awfully an unusual shade and
You ate the
unevenly
you
painted.
ate the red berries. You ate
So-
the red berries, didn't you?
Man, I didn't cook it enough. All I'm saying, the damn pig meat.
Was that slip of the tongue, or is it in character or out of character?
I'm totally alone.
Can I roll a perception check on that?
What's the equivalent for insight in second edition?
Be
Uh,
society.
Probably
Society.
society, yeah.
Okay.
I want to do that as well.
Same.
How the fuck do I roll society?
I rolled a 10. Damn. Okay, so in order to roll any of like your proficiency skills in the top part of your character sheet where they these tons of buttons, you go to the one that's a hand, and that'll pull up your proficiencies tab.
I got a 16.
I got an 18.
Hold on 1 second. Let me look at. I need a list of all the fucking potential.
Skills.
Yes,
I mean, you
Make-
could just open up a character sheet and go to the
that's what I'm trying to do.
proficiencies and
Except I don't fucking see it.
There's also, if you go over to the left side, there is a. Let me figure out which one it is because there is a very special thing that you can click that will allow you to be like, "Hey, roll
I
this
see.
for me."
Let me roll that for you. No.
Yes. Okay, so whenever you click on like the actor button on the top left and you go down to the D20, you will open up, let me roll that for you. And you can select the user and just be like, this person roll me a whatever the DC is, and then you can choose the ability check, skill check, or saving throw for it.
I see.
Then
I
you can
see.
request the wealth. And you can add like window titles, messages and stuff like that that'll
Would that be
roll in chat.
diplomacy?
Do a lot of stuff.
I don't know. It's weird.
If he's lying, it's deception. If he's
Well,
telling the truth,
that's what he would roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he's wait. What would we roll against his deception? Is what he's saying.
Oh,
Yeah, that'd
yeah,
probably just
it'd
be
still be
society.
society.
Diplomacy is when you're trying to like make deals and such.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. All right. What did you guys get?
I only got 12.
16.
10.
I got 18.
Arlo believes him.
Oh, he also rolled an 18.
Oof.
What a gamer.
You know something's going on, and he's like, "Yeah, no, it's just me. Yep, I hunted the pig and I cooked it myself, and I did a very poor job."
I would like to go, yeah.
How close is he to
Just
us, by the way?
you, and then I would like to use my mage hand to give him a little poke in the guts.
Is he
Oh,
like
his pants become a little bit more brown.
Aurelia?
Wait, I thought his guts
Oh.
were like chopped open.
No,
No,
no.
he's-
He's just stomach problems.
Oh, I was taking it as he was like on the ground. Okay.
No. His brown pants are a lot more brown.
Oh, okay. Well, and then instead, I would have liked to flick his nose like you do to a small child upwards.
Aurelia will definitely lower her sword to his chest and say, "If come on out now, or I'm gonna run him through."
There's no one else there, alas.
She doesn't respond to him. She just stares out into the woods.
I mean, there's a deer, but I don't think he's gonna come very quickly.
So we really don't, and we don't hear anything else in the woods or see anything or any rustles after I point my sword at him.
Can you not point that at me?
There is currently a 3-foot-tall goblin leveling a loaded flintlock musket as high as he can on this guy.
She pulls the sword up. Sorry, it's just a little suspicious that he came out of the woods when there's a dead man right on the road here.
Well, I didn't know he was there. Look, I got some pig, I cooked it, I did a poor job of cooking it, and I've been like this ever since.
Are you a bandit?
I am
At this
absolutely
point,
not a bandit. I am a woodsman.
What is
Arlo is going to pat his backpack, and he's gonna go like, "Taku, wake up! Come on out now!" And the little the patch of the monkey, it kind of floats off the bag, and an actual monkey just grows out of it. And it's like a little tiny chimpanzee. And Arlo is gonna tell Kaku, "I need you to go and pat that man down. Make sure he doesn't have anything else on him."
You might want to wash your hands afterwards.
He's a monkey. He's used to throwing shit. And he has the abilities manual dexterity and valet, so he can just take shit off of him.
Can I wave my stick around and pretend to be chanting a spell and say, and before that, tell him you better tell me where his friends are?
Deception or performance.
I have a +0 to both of those, so we'll go with performance. 7.
He does not believe you.
I see.
However, with
Ah.
the monkey pounding him down, I will give him disadvantage. He still doesn't believe you. What's with the
Okay, what-
monkey? I'm gonna. Oh, he starts throwing up a little bit.
What if I use ghost sounds to make him start hearing things woo, as I'm doing it?
I
That
guess
is one
since
strange
Aurelia's
rat
got
man.
him covered, I'm gonna climb a tree and look around, see if I can spot anybody else.
You see a tall stag in a clearing.
How far away is it?
Let me roll that. About 70 meters.
70 meters, so 3 feet. Meters.
But then about
Mounts,
100
man.
feet.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. I'm gonna use one shot, one kill.
You're shooting him?
I'm shooting the deer.
Oh.
Roll to hit.
Yep, I gotta load it. Oh, come on. It is loaded. What are you talking about?
By the way, this deer has a massive rack.
Like tits?
I knew that was coming. I knew that was fucking coming. I just didn't know
Oh my
from
God.
who.
He set it up. He set it up. I had it
Okay,
knock it
how do
down.
I load my freaking musket? Because it's saying it's not loaded.
Hold on. Let me pull up your page. Where are we going?
I have the ammo set and it says it's not loaded.
From what I've gathered so far of Pathfinder, it's way more in depth and kind of cooler than D&D, but it is way less supported.
It's getting pretty more supported at this point. It's been out for a couple years now. There's a lot like there's been like 4 books added like for like character building, and then there's been several adventure books for it.
Do
that
I
have come
actually
out for it
have to
already.
add a load action to this stupid thing?
Probably. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it for you.
Okay, it won't let me load it because it keeps saying it's not loaded.
I don't know where the heck it's. That's weird. Okay, this feature you can learn how to use module.
I also like how there's
Hold
a
on,
gun.
Let me see. It's part of
Yeah.
a module thing to be able to keep track of your reloading and everything. Let me see what you gotta
Ah.
do. You can
But
use the
it's-
reload macro to reload your weapon. Hold on. Let me. You'll have to go to macros. Ranged combat macros. Reload. That is what you want. Hopefully that actually
Okay.
makes sense. There we go. That is what you want. Add that to your hotbar.
Okay, where's that?
It's in your
Okay.
you can just click and drag what I posted in the chat to your hotbar and it will just go there. And then you can click it to reload.
Okay, thank you. You must select a single. What the?
Just
probably need a
roll
token
for
on the
now.
map.
We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, okay.
Probably need something like your token on the map or whatever.
Yeah, probably. That's a 17.
Yeah, see if you can select your token and then hit reload and see what happens.
Yes.
Roll damage.
There you go.
So that is 7 damage. One shot, one kill should have been activated, so I do have another D6.
Roll it.
I am. It's just. Hey, I'm new to this as well, so yay.
Things will get faster as we get used to the
That's
things.
10 damage.
Okay, hold on.
Damn, why the fuck did you just try and kill a stag?
It's food.
That is food.
I don't need food
Okay.
right now. I still have my bread.
The
I
stag
could use
drops.
its hair.
I will go after that sucker.
After hearing the musket go off, Arlo is just gonna jump and be like, "Oh dear lord!" Grabbing his
food,
chest.
Food. That's all you're hearing the whole time.
Just Arlo yelling out, "Strix, good lord! At least warn one of us when you're gonna fire that blasted thing."
Okay.
Kaku, did you find anything on him? That was not the right voice. What the heck?
The man is currently closing his ears and like coming to himself. He's like panicked. He's like, I'll tell you anything. Just get that guy over. Keep him the fuck away from me.
Well, that's a deal. What do you? So, what can you tell us then?
What do you want to know?
How far is Oleg's trading post from here?
Day's walk. We don't visit it that often. Only a couple times a month.
Who's we?
Uh, he looks up. My friend and I, we live in the woods.
Where's your friend?
He is very obviously lying. They're around. A few hours walk up the trail. He
So he's
points,
just
he
pretending
points
not to
to
be
it. He
completely
points to like
alone?
a game trail along the road.
So he's just pretending to be not be alone. Okay.
But you know, I'm just a hunter. He is currently wearing studded leather armor.
Okay. Well, sounds like that's all we need to know. I think you guys ready to get going and be back on the way?
I might need some help.
Oh, he's dragging the deer.
Yep.
Um, Aurelia will go over and huff it over her shoulders as they walk.
Sir, could I pardon a favor from you?
I,
Eh.
I assume she's talking to the wizard.
He's talking to the group. He's gonna ask,
Okay. Oh, yes.
could you perhaps spare some, looks down, pants?
Well, don't have any that fit you. Aurelia starts walking down the road, just a little slow, but not but just start with the deer on her back.
I can actually quick skin some of the deer leather and hand it to him.
That would be really funny, actually.
Yeah, I will just rough skin some of the hide off the deer and hand it to him.
This is very bloody, but thanks. I suppose I could. He kind of wraps it. He kind of like has like a makeshift diaper out of it. Somehow I feel more gross. Can I ask a slight another favor? Could I perhaps travel with you for a little bit? Just to the trading post. That's all where I want to go. I could buy some more clothing there.
Aurelia looks at the others.
Strict
Okay, but-
shrugs.
What does Kaku find on this guy's person?
Couple of knives. Some rather daggers, even you could say.
They look like the ones
No,
in the back
no
of the dude.
throwing.
Okay.
Okay, well, Kaku's yoinking all of that shit and taking it back to me.
I can pay you with. I have an extra. I swear I had knives. I could have just. They're kind of nicely made. I was gonna pay you with one of them, but it seems like I've gotten robbed.
Kaku coming back, just putting them in the bag and then going back into his patch.
If you guys are okay with him coming along, I am.
I don't care.
Why not?
By the
Alright,
way,
so-
throw me a nature check, Strix.
Okay. I am untrained in this, and it's a 19.
Nice.
The air seemed to get a little bit chiller as you killed the deer and you went to go grab him.
Eh,
Damn, you just
Almost-
killed the king of the forest. What the
Almost
fuck?
foreboding.
oh no.
The forest
Oh, well,
version of
food.
an albatross.
Right?
Would you say a deer is about a week's rations?
Yeah, if you take the time to process it.
I'm more just there's just no option for deer carcass for inventory sake.
It's a pretty heavy deer carcass. It's gonna be at least a couple 100 pounds.
Would it be large bulk or more than large bulk?
Large bulk.
It would definitely be a large ball.
Yeah, a stag normally weighs about 500 to 800 pounds.
So it'd probably be extra large or whatever the one above it is. I forget what the one above it is. Do you see bulk again?
Hey, at least I didn't shoot a moose. Them suckers are 1.5 tons.
So it's probably more than a week's rations then, because a week's rations like 4 pounds. So we'll
But
forget.
yeah, there's also blood and muscle and
True.
bone and all that.
Burn. Ooh, save the eye. I can use that later.
You can have that.
Make sure he stomach grumbles. Cook it good.
Oh yeah, no. I
I
know
Said
how
I
to
was
cook.
going to eat it.
I just assumed Aurelia would be able to carry this honestly, just because she's strong as fuck. Let's see. I'll have to figure that out.
Define as fuck.
Let's see. It's her highest status strength. So it's plus 18. It's 18 plus 4.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
no, definitely you can carry that.
Mini fuck.
About 300 pounds what it's weighing.
Yeah.
We don't do pounds in Pathfinder. It's all in bulk. It simplifies the numbers. It's like it's small, medium, large bulk basically.
Yeah, small, medium, large,
What's your
huge.
strength at?
18.
Gotcha. You could probably carry that though. It's gonna weigh you down quite a bit. You're definitely encumbered.
I
I
will.
get encumbered at 9. I have bulk 1 right now, so that's good. It had to be at least 8 bulk to encumber me.
It's 300 pounds, dude.
I'm looking.
I know it's
I'm trying
not
to-
like
I'm try-
pounds in the system per se, but it's fucking heavy.
Yeah, but
Fair.
that's a strength 18 player character.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers can bench press 300 pounds.
So
Easy.
a small bulk item is anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds.
And those are negligible. Small
Yep.
bulk and like bulk is negligible. It doesn't count toward it until you get a whole bunch.
So there's tiny, small, medium, large, huge, and gargantuan. Large is like 700 pounds, and it's a bulk of 12.
Yeah, so
Medium
6
is a
bulk
bulk of
sounds right.
6. Yeah,
So what bulk are we saying?
medium,
Medium
bulk
bulk.
of 6.
So okay, that makes sense. All right.
So you're pretty damn close to encumbered.
Yeah. So but I can do it for a little bit until we get it to a campsite.
Just
Yeah,
to get a
you're
trading
only a
post, they
few
probably
hours
have it
away
cut
from
down.
the
Yeah. So I can
post.
drag it. I can drag the deer into there. Okay.
My name's Nilg, by the way, says the man. I can help you.
Nilbog?
I can help you carry this. No, just Nilg.
I wave my stick at him and say, "Nice to know ya."
Yeah, you too, Rat Man.
It's Nibbler.
I know, Rat Man.
Oh, nice to meet you, Nibbler. I don't think we actually had our introductions earlier. It's good to know your name. The
Well,
name's
you know.
Arlo.
I'm Strix.
Aurelia.
Likewise.
You know, if you hold on a minute, we can tie this up to a stick and carry it between us. We might be able to give a lot more time that way.
Nope. I want to hit the road. Let's go.
We've been set back quite a bit with these events that have happened to us. We need to get going as quick as possible.
Okay. So, it takes you a while, probably an extra hour or so at least, because you're slowed down by all the weight and everything. But soon you guys crest a hill, and you see a wooden palisade on the side of the road.
As we're traveling, I would have given Nil a bit of powdered bismuth and water. I'm giving him Pepto Bismol.
Yeah, it's the spot.
Pepto Bismol exists in this world?
If you've got the bismuth metal, yes, it does.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what Pepto Bismol is.
It's just missing the pep to go with the Bismol.
Yep. I make my own
Okay.
ammo.
Okay.
There is a small flag in the center of the outpost. Has like a weird symbol on it. It's essentially like Oleg's trading post. And you arrive at the gate.
All right.
Whew. I don't
I'll
think I
knock
worked
with my
that long
tail.
in my life. Is it like a gate or something? Is there something
Yeah.
to knock on?
He said we arrive at the gate, so Strix is knocking on the gate with his tail.
Yeah. Yeah. Arlo just kind of, oh, Mr. Oleg, we were told to go ahead and help you out. Anyway, you can let us in.
You hear some muttering inside. Alright, yeah, I'm coming. Hold on. You hear several latches and the door opens. Come in. Quick. Gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Bandits are prowl.
Oh, yes.
I'll play
We were told
suspicion
about the
from-
bandits.
Oh, apparently I am encumbered. By the way, I did the math finally. But I lose 10 movement speed, but that makes me normal movement speed. I'm very fast. So I think we're okay.
Yeah,
And,
we're good.
he kind of stares at you carrying a fucking big ass buck.
Oh, by the way, we brought dinner on the way.
Oh yeah, is there somewhere we could put this?
I suppose.
Have a
Mila was
nice
about
deer
to start
stew for
cooking
the
dinner.
night.
I suppose venison is always a possibility.
Oh, chili.
I do like a deer.
Chili?
Can't
Chili?
decide on
Why
an
would you want
accent.
something cold for dinner? You want to make it into a nice stew. Warm it up and put it in a little pot.
Yeah, no. Chili's when you take meat and vegetables and other stuff and you throw it into a pot.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Sounds quite divine.
Yeah, but
Why
the
is
meat
it
is
called
also
chili?
cold. It's chili.
No, it's hot. It's spicy. Good spicy.
Yeah,
Strix-
why not call it hotly?
Don't know, I didn't name it.
Hot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
I think they called that an oxymoron or something like that.
I mean, my cousin Oxy is a moron.
I
I
think
refuse to
anyone's
laugh.
cousin named Oxys would be a moron automatically, says Nope.
I mean, I'm a goblin. I have like 620 some siblings, cousins,
I worked with
aunts,
a
uncles.
few goblins. Some of them tend to be okay.
Yeah, everybody loves Boblin.
Oh no, not Boblin, that traitorous bastard.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So, they go ahead and they get the deer on the table and she starts to process it. She hangs it up, starts to gut it and all that stuff. Meanwhile, Oleg gets onto a table on the front and sits down. And he's like, oh, "Thank goodness! I'm so glad you finally arrived. We've been waiting for reinforcements for so long."
So yeah, tell us more about these bandits. What do you know where they are? what the problem's been?
Well, the thing is they come in and they say that they're lords of this place, and we owe them taxes. And if we don't hand the taxes over, they threaten to burn our place down.
Have you tried turning into a rat?
I have not tried turning into a rat. I don't see how that would make my problem. He looks at the rat person. Go away.
Shame.
I mean, I bring the boom.
Yes, yes. How many more men are with you?
Just us.
Oh yes, it's just us three. We picked up old Nibbler on the way.
Oh, three men they sent.
And a
So-
woman, mind you.
Of course.
And well, an elf and a she elf, I guess. A better way of saying it.
So 3 men and a shelf.
Yeah, you have a coconut.
How long have you guys been with Rostov Guard?
Well, we're not part of the Rostov Guard. We've got this charter here, though. She Aurelia brings out the charter.
I was pulled out of my shop and told to come here. That's all I know.
I was kind of forced into this by my family. We couldn't really afford not to.
Oh, they've really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, it looks like.
Oh no, if they had to go to my family, they've blown right past the barrel and into the dirt.
You gotta be more confident in yourself, man.
Confidence is key.
Also, yeah.
Oh
well,
no,
like,
no, I mean that literally. We live in a dirt house.
dirt farmers. I mean, I used to live in a cave.
Nothing wrong with a little dirt. I don't know. I can't pick a fucking accent. I don't know.
Well,
what,
like, you got a coconut.
No, we don't have a coconut.
Eh,
I mean,
damn.
coconuts are tropical, right? How would you even get a coconut here?
I bought one in the city once. Made a nice big boom.
Coconut. He's gonna like just ignore that. He's going to pour a very large glass, what appears to be whiskey, and instead of doing shots, he's going to drink the bottle. Okay. Yep, no patience, and he walks off, and his wife's gonna holler for you guys to come in, and while she's cleaning the stack.
Okay.
I'd like to go greet the wife.
Yeah, she's hollering for you.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
We'll
so
come
good
over.
to see
Oh,
ya.
okay, my bad.
Well, normally I'd offer you room and board, but looks like you're offering board yourself, huh?
I guess Arlo will walk up and like shake her hand and be like, "Oh, the name's Arlo. So pleased to meet you.
Oh,
It's been a
thank you,
long,
sir.
long way coming out to help."
I'd
Yeah.
shake your hand, but I'm a bit bloody at the moment.
I don't mind it, and Strix will actually take her hand.
Oh,
Oh no, I need to keep my hands clean. She
Okay.
looks at your very, very, very dirty hand.
Actually, Strix is quite clean for a goblin.
Still dirty.
Ah. Gotcha. Well, if you find my bullet in there, do you mind giving it back to me? Lead's kind of precious right now.
I'm sorry?
If you find the bullet in the carcass, do you mind giving it back to me? Lead's kind of precious right now.
Oh, I found this metal shards. It looks like it was. She pulls down, and it's lung.
Yeah, that's it. He'll pull it out and drop it into a glass vial. I'll melt that down and reshape it into a bullet later.
Oh, okay. Did you? I found this as well. And she pulls out something. It's a very strange-looking brownish object. It seems to be nestled. It looks like a heart, but it looks like it has vines coming out of it.
Ooh, Strix, what have you done now?
I don't know. I got food.
Can Arlo come up to it and inspect it?
Okay, what do you want to roll?
I feel like this would either be like nature, maybe occultism.
Yeah, occultism.
Cool. 13. Damn, I'm just not rolling good. Even though I have a +7.
Hmm.
Arlo's just a little bit tired today. He's not on his best foot forward.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'll pull this up for you.
Can't believe I passed.
Gee.
Um, it's a thorn heart.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's that mean?
Essentially, you look at it and it has like symbols that remind you of Fey magic.
Ooh, I don't like this, Miss Aurelia. I think Strix just killed a Fae.
Oh boy. Well, actually, um, well, it doesn't mean he killed a Fae. I think it's still a stag, but maybe Fae magic has touched the stag.
That sounds
He's
like you need
still
to make
not
a
good.
roll.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I just don't know of any stag Faes is what I'm going for. But let's see.
It resembles a blackened, thorny, heart-shaped mass. It radiates faint, eerie light and pulses with energy.
Okay, what
You
kind of
feel a
roll are we
sense
doing?
of
Occultism?
unease, and you almost hear whispers the closer you get to it.
Are we going to occultism again?
Yep.
if
Never
we
mind.
give
I rolled a nat one.
If we give Arlo the time, he could still do like the identify magic thingy that we were trying to do earlier.
Oh, that'd
It would
probably be a
take,
good
what,
idea.
10 minutes to do it?
Yeah. That would work.
10 minutes of IRL time?
No, in game.
I think that'd be funny, just to be cruel.
No,
Alright,
I heard, dude. I once had a interview with a client with someone who was going to be in who was trying to be in one of my games, and they talked about how they had a campaign where this person insisted on travel time, stuff like that, happening in real time in game.
What the heck?
What? How would that
Yeah.
even work?
Like they
How would
spent
that
a month on a boat just chatting.
Oh my god.
I'd go
I
crazy.
would have just left after day one.
Yeah. I get there could be some pros to that, but like, man,
That just sounds like West Marches, but with more steps.
Yeah. That sounds like insanity.
All right, so what should I guess Arlo will be like, well, if you give me a little bit of time, I guess I can try and find out some more information on it, see where it came from and whatnot. If you have somewhere for me to sit down and do a little studying in the meantime, I need some like half an hour or something.
she points it to one of the side rooms. Has like a small chair and a table, and it's meant for like guests to eat. And you kind of like look on and you study the heart on the plate, and that's how you spend the time to find this out.
Okay.
This sounds something like something you've heard of before as a thorn heart, where it's something it's an occult object that has a origin in dark fey magic. It's said to be the heart of something supernatural once bound to some kind of psychic or fey creature, but whenever that entity's life force was severed, its heart transformed into a gnarled and thorny mass of twisted energy.
Ooh,
Um,
interesting.
can I roll an occultism check on it?
Yeah.
Arlo will come back and relay the information that he has figured out from it.
13.
Dang, 213s
Right.
back to
Noise.
I mean, you rolled identical to him. You pretty much find out like same thing he did. Although given your background, you probably know a little bit more.
Yeah, I have a +5 to Arcana and Occultism. I was hoping to roll like pretty high on that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is something that features specifically in some more dark grimoires that are specifically dealing with like magic related to nature and how to manipulate it in your own manner. You've never possessed one of those grimoires, but you've seen one before, and this looks like the picture of this is like one of the classic occult objects that was dictated in a couple of the early pages. You don't like have a very good idea of like how they were created, but you know that they've been used to do things like create constructs and to create spells that surround entire regions with vines and things like that. Essentially, it's bad news. It's some bad mojo.
Ooh,
Hey, whose monkey is that?
monkey.
Monkey.
there a
Kaku isn't
monkey?
around. He's back in his patch. I
Okay.
haven't summoned him out yet.
Can I get the monkey? I could do a little swip swap of the hearts here. Might get a little something done.
Look,
I was
look, I
gonna
don't
eat
mean to
it.
be rude, Mr. Nibbler, but Kaku is kind of my life's work. I kind of don't want anyone to go messing around with him without me knowing what exactly he's doing.
You have some vine powers. Imagine a monkey that could create his own vine.
He already gets up to enough trouble when he's not in his patch.
All right. I understand.
Guess I'll go for the liver instead of the heart then.
Has he ever left his patch by himself?
No, I have to leave him out. But if I forget to put him back in his patch, he might get up to some mischief, as some chimpanzees do.
Hmm.
Such as eating a motherfucker's face. These
Yes.
chimpanzees are very fucking violent.
Noog's gonna take some time to look at the heart, and he's gonna say, I mean, I'm no expert, but I think there's some thorns in that heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very prickly.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want to touch it. He says, poking
Just
his
like
finger
my
into it.
ex-wife's heart. Am I right?
Eh.
Guys, is that supposed to? He like poked it, and it pricked a little bit of his finger, and now his finger is turning dark green. Guys.
Oh,
I reach for my
Guys.
knife to chop it off.
Ah, fuck, son of my
who
finger.
was this?
And then
Who
I
was
would
this
like
that
to.
pricked it?
I'd like to.
The NPC that was
Yeah.
with us that crapped his pants.
My
And then
finger.
can I bandage his finger
That's
back
my
up? I'm
diamond
like,
finger. I mean, my dunted finger.
you don't need a finger.
This is my
Oh.
pointer finger.
Oh, you'll be
Pointing
fine
is
without a
rude,
couple
young
of
man.
fingers, mister. My father can make it his whole life without 3 toes. I think you can do without a finger.
You can still walk without toes.
Not very well.
Ooh. It took him a long time to learn
Oh.
how to do that.
Looks like you'll have to learn how to point without a finger.
His finger fell, and is currently growing vines from the wound.
Yeah, I suggest not poking the heart again.
He looks up
Um,
with some bandages on his finger, on his stump where his finger was. You don't say.
Can Arlo cast electric arc to try and zap the finger and stop it from growing?
It grows faster.
Ooh. You think I made it worse? That was
That's not
supposed to
good.
burn it. Most plants don't do good to electric arc, so I thought that would work. I don't have any fire magic.
It's now the vines are now the size of a small hand.
I think it's copying him.
she grabs like some tongs from like a boiling
Yeah.
water she was using for like clothes.
I was going to say that at this point, like I'll just cast telekinetic projectile and shoot it out of the room outside of the fence and everything.
Oh, okay. You get a perfect arc. It sails off into the distance.
I don't think we need that around here anymore.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
I agree.
Oh,
Bye, finger.
she says, "Thank you for getting rid of it." I hope it doesn't keep growing.
It probably will.
You're
I'll shoot
right.
it when it comes back.
We could do a finger summoning ritual to maybe get you a new finger. It could be from anyone's finger, though. Maybe like an orc. Big green.
I could
Thoughts?
make you a new
Ooh.
finger
Would you
out of
cut
a
off my
spoon.
finger again?
No.
I mean,
Why would I
the
do
finger just
that?
went green and you cut it off.
I didn't turn it green, so I didn't know what type of green that was.
Okay. Well, kind of scratches at his neck, where he has like a silver chain. He's gonna say, I'm gonna go lie down.
Yeah, that might be best.
I'm having a bad day." His stomach starts to like wheeze.
Can I wave around my staff and make ghost sounds, and then make falsely appear a finger that looks like a crab leg for him?
What is your methodology? What spells are you using to do this?
I'm using. Hold a sec. I'm trying to do this without
I can
any
hear you
actual.
finish snacking and then tell me.
I'm trying to use precipitation with dancing lights.
No, you would need an illusion spell.
Dancing lights is an illusion spell.
It's
I don't-
dancing lights, not a finger.
I don't want to use a level 1 spell for that, so never mind.
Okay, Ratman, you okay. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna sleep this off and call it a bad day. Wake up, hopefully have a new finger.
It's possible. Like a lizard.
I hope not. He walks off. Okay. So, with that disaster settled, she's going to say, "Well, I appreciate you bringing in the stag and the terrifying thorny object.
Ooh.
You know, in hindsight, maybe it's not the best idea we eat the stag."
Can Arlo at the mention of that like make some kind of like nature check or something to see if that actually would be bad to eat or if it would be totally fine?
Can I also roll an occultism check on it at the same time?
Yes.
To both?
Yep. It's fine.
Hey, you knocked me over and got me a
Ooh,
13.
16.
I got an 18.
It would not be a good idea.
Arlo on hearing that just like big frown in his face and he's like, "No, you're right. We really shouldn't."
You can
I
start
was
to
so
smell it
looking forward
rot
to the
as it
stew."
is.
Can we cut it up and package it to feed to people later?
I
Are you
I would like
you
to-
saying
I
if
would-
you wish to do you want to weaponize the dead stag?
Yes, and I want to be able to use it in like making potions of like death.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Arlo would also just be like, "Well, if we can't eat it, we can at least use it as some kind of potion and crafting ingredients later on, I suppose.
I want the
Dark Fey
antlers.
magic can be useful for that."
Especially its antlers. I can only imagine how powerful poison I can make with cursed antlers.
I'm sure it'll come in handy for something later down the lane.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah, I'll have it prepared and I'll set it in one of the storerooms. Suppose we can get, cut out all the thorns. Enough for about 4 purposes, maybe. The rack, enough flesh, maybe for 4 doses.
Sure, that sounds great. And I flick him a single copper for your time.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Her disdain is readily apparent.
Nice.
Okay. Sarah recorded it in bookkeeping. Okay. So she's going to ask, well, now that we've got that sorted, I suppose, would you be willing to help us? They're supposed to come by tomorrow, and we could really sure use you in order to get rid of these bandits.
Oh, the bandits are coming tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Well, that's just sooner than I thought as well. All I'm saying. But of course, if we could maybe we could set up an ambush.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
I'm real good at ambushes. I plop my hat on and turn into a rat.
She
Follow me.
screams. She has a deep phobia of rats.
Strix laughs and smiles so large it looks like the top of his head's gonna come off.
She reaches for her pan.
Aurelia pulls the hat off. and
And I'm back.
I don't do. She like holds back her breath, trying to like not throw up. I don't do good with rats.
I'm a giant rat. And
You're
you're
a rat
okay
kid.
with
You're
that?
rat folk, not rat.
she's not racist. She's just animalistic.
I'd like to speak some rat folk to her. Or some
It
Some
sounds
rat
like
language.
squeaking.
That's some racism.
Are you
I
done
hear.
tormenting this woman? Jesus Christ.
While we're here, do you mind if I go look through your trash?
No, I guess we're not done tormenting her.
Oh, we have
This
a
is a-
mid heap.
Yeah, that'll work. This is a very common question for a goblin.
Can I go rummage around and look, see if they have any books?
She has a very small library. If you ask her, she might mention it.
Strix is going to go explore the midden heap.
Can I perhaps peruse your library?
Well, I suppose it's.
Do you have anything we can use against the bandits, by the way? Just in general, that you might know of already?
Well, most of our weapons and equipment is, unfortunately, taken. Every time we have stock, like anything like furs or any such things, the bandits take as their tax the most part.
Do you have any conveniently placed red barrels by chance?
No, I don't think we do.
Damn. Surprising how often those come around.
Yeah. Well, after the third arson incident, we decided no more red barrels.
I understand, man. I hobble after the books.
They're mostly romance stories.
Also read them.
You know those shitty little like paperback romance that.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's exactly what I was imagining. Yep.
Yeah. She has like 4 of them.
I'd like to read through the one that looks the most erotic based on the cover.
One titled Mandingo.
I
That was
should be
very
reading that.
that was very fast title you came up with.
Theo knows.
You know they say good writers steal.
So Aurelia does go around to the companions asking if they have anything that they might be able to use to prep to hit them hard during an ambush attack. She's not exactly sure what her new party members are able to do. Because Aurelia's just gonna probably be the bait and stand out in the open, and potentially pretend to be brokering the deal when everyone else is gonna attack.
Well, I know a couple. I know a couple of tricks. Let's see here, and he'll fucking pull out like notebooks that he like pieces of paper that have been like taped together, and he starts listing off the different spells that he can cast. He has telekinetic projectile, electric arc, prestidigitation, light, mage hand, message, shield, ray of frost, warp step, and ghost sound for cantrips. For first level spells, he has True Strike, Magic Weapon, Mage Armor, Color Spray, Pocket Library, and Force Bolt.
Wait, was any of those AoE?
library?
No.
No.
The closest thing to AoE he has is Ray of Frost.
Okay.
It's
How
not AoE at all.
Ratman, do you have AoE? Oh, not I should say AoE. Do you have any spells that might be able to hit multiple targets at once?
Electric
Mm,
Arc can hit multiple targets, up to 2.
Well, that could be
I
handful.
have Thicket of Knives. I have Gravitational Pull, but that doesn't really do damage. It just brings things in.
That could be handy if they try to run away.
Yeah, most of my stuff, I'm very low combat, by the way. Almost everything I have is situation.
Okay.
I have a rifle and a club.
Well, rifle's very good. Sends a message.
Yes, it does.
So, I'm thinking I send myself out as bait. I'm pretending to be the bodyguard for them, and I'm negotiating the deal. You guys all strike at once, and strike off the back lines first, so they can't run and report to anyone else. What happened here? Is there rafters to stand on along the walls?
There are, but normally they don't come with that many people. See, they've been coming with less and less every visit. I think they think we're completely cowed at this point.
I
We
have
still-
numeral shroud, by the way, so I can envelop us all in a shroud of shadows.
If you guys stand up on the rafters and do that, well, if there's not that many, that's good for us, because then that'll make this easier. But we still want to make sure there's no survivors.
Yep. Nope. Don't worry. We'll take care of it. But yeah, that is also why Strix is searching the bin heap, because of his goblin nature. He can make crap out of garbage.
You find
Garbage
some
man.
pieces of scrap metal, but not really very much useful. It's mostly just it's a mid heap. It's mostly like some vegetables and things like that.
That is perfectly fine.
Unless you plan on making a banana gun.
No, but you wouldn't. You would be surprised what I can do with rotten vegetables.
Can I just add one thing? I love how Baldur's Gate 3 just made all of the trash food allow you to camp, and so it like actually gave you a reason to pick up a whole bunch of random food everywhere.
Yeah, and it actually matters too. Like you do run out of food if you don't do that.
Dude, it's
So I'm
a great
down for
game.
collecting food.
But okay. So I think that's the plan. Are you guys ready to sleep and get ready for them?
Yes.
I can also transform into a rat in the rafters.
Could be handy to stay concealed.
No one expects magic missiles from a rat.
Can you? Oh yeah, and you can cast spells while you are a rat.
No.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
get up on its hind legs, but yeah.
Let's do it then.
Yep. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
So we go to bed and get ready for the next day.
Okay, give me a little bit.
Sounds good.
What should I change my spells to?
Damage ones for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
I can add some more damage spells.
That's probably a good idea.
I
I just have shocking
am
grasp. Oh wait, maybe I'm
going-
supposed to know other spells. Actually, come and think of it. I'll need to figure that out.
I am simply going to keep what I had. prepare.
One thing also I realized is focus spells are kind of crazy because they only take 10 minutes to get back. So like basically you can use them every single fight.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Like I didn't think I didn't really process that information when I first read about focus spells. I'm like, man, these are really powerful, but you can't really use them more than once a day. And then I was like, oh wait, it's only 10 minutes to refocus. Because they're definitely supposed to be like a pocket war, like mini spells you're supposed to be able to do. Basically, they're not as strong as like a full spell, but the fact that you can use them so repeatedly is
Wait,
really
you can
good.
only cast a certain amount of cantrips in a day?
No, focus spells, focus spells.
No, I was looking. Oh wait, it just okay. I'm only allowed to have.
Yeah, cantrips is unlimited.
I was just like,
There might be, unless it's focus, like there might be some abilities that like amplify your cantrips though. Like psionics have amplification for their spells, which I have an amplified shield cantrip, which is kind of neat. Makes my shield last 10 minutes instead of just 1 round.
I'm trying to figure out how to set up the encounter for you guys in Foundry. Is there a way to edit this to like just creatures or? Whatever. I'll just do it in Tailspire.
Yep.
Okay, so everyone
What?
hook up Tailspire. We'll get your avatar set up in here.
Okay.
oh okay, shit.
What were you trying to figure out?
How to do it in Foundry.
Oh, you still have to import the actors. So you would create a new folder for like enemies and such, and then you would go to the compendium and import whatever enemy you're wanting to use, and it'll go into that actor folder, and then you'll just drag the tokens onto the battle map. Yeah. Step number 1 when doing anything in Foundry: if it's in a compendium, import that shit. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it.
Is there an easy way to add spells into this Foundry thing, or no?
You
Yeah.
just drag and drop.
Yeah.
Wait, but
Yeah.
I don't get a list of spells.
What you
it's in the
do is
compendium thing.
go to where your spellcasting is at. You gotta add your proper spellcasting entry for your class. I don't know what it is for which, but once
Ah.
you add it, there'll be like a little search bar, and it'll bring up all the spells that witches can learn, and you just drag and drop them until it won't let you anymore, because then it'll max it out for your class.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, so you'll just hit that little magnifying glass, and then it'll pull up your full thing, so you don't have to like manually type anything in. You'll just drag
Got
it
it.
over.
Okay, because I was just using the other website that I had to look at the spells that I was using.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Now I don't have to use multiple websites. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So are you guys all in the? Have you guys all joined it via Tailspire?
Wait,
Yes.
you sent the code or
I
where's
did.
the code?
General.
Yeah.
It's in Discord.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yes.
I did say that.
Did he?
All right. So Talon,
Yes. Yes.
you're a goblin, right?
Yes, I am a goblin.
Goblin boom sticker. Let's see if I can get you something that's
Yes.
like a bit better. How does this look? Let me see if I can get this guy. It's more like a rat folk, though, isn't it?
I don't see it yet, so
Alright, no worries.
Where's the code at? General?
it's in general. It's right above the ping for you for joining Forge.
trying to find which one of these is which.
Oh, Hidden Kingdoms.
Ah, okay.
That works.
Yeah, it'll do. At least for right now. There we go. And you're just like
Oh, that's a
you're
lot.
just like a stereotypical old man, right?
Me?
I was talking to, sorry, Wool.
Old? No, he's not old. He's like a kid.
He's like 17.
Yeah, he's 17. He's a child.
Oh.
With just low self-esteem.
Yeah, I mean, growing up poor does that.
Alright, you want a staff or a book and a crystal?
He has a staff.
Okay, staff it is. You're gonna
His
look old in
archetype
game.
is
I don't know
staff
what else to tell
nexus.
you.
So
Yeah, staffs are kind of crazy in Pathfinder.
Yeah, all wizards are kind of old looking in this.
easy. That's what he looks like whenever he gets older.
What the fuck was your name again? Arlo.
Aurelian.
Aurelia?
Yeah, Arlo.
Oh, Arlo.
Alright, Aurelia. What is your what the fuck is your character?
Ray, elf, but like big, tanky with a big sword.
Alright, so like an elf warrior. Doesn't necessarily have to like. She will like heavy armor.
Yeah. Oh, medium armor, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean that'll do, right?
Yeah, that'll do. That does the job.
In a moment I'll get it set up, so.
Well, you gave Helen the night. There we go.
Yep.
Shit, my pizza here got here fucking fast. Just buzzed in. Oh yeah.
Nice.
We love to see it.
Yes.
I ordered that while we were talking about how we were gonna set up. That tells you how fast it got here. It's like literally 15 minutes, maybe less.
Okay, so the game is supposed to end in 22 minutes. I don't know how much combat you'll get through, but we'll try.
We're gonna
How
do
many- how-
combat whether or not you like it.
There's 5 of them. We could maybe end this quickly. We'll see. I'm just gonna blow all my spell slots since I think we're pretty safe after this. My one spell slot, I should say.
Let's see.
I
Does he
have
a
no
fucking
abilities
person, right?
past
Did I set you up?
spellcasting, so we're gonna see how this goes.
Oh, I gave it
So,
to the
yeah.
wrong person. My bad.
So Aurelia's basically gonna deal with this person in the front, and you guys are gonna try to deal with the archers.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the next day. And so they get to the gate, and again, and the gate that actually exists, they can't actually see through it.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna holler, "Come on, old man, open up already! You know the
Uh,
drill."
So you guys want to step on the rafters, so you guys are ready to strike them from the sides.
Can we see them at all? Or no?
No.
Right? We're completely.
Once you're on the rafters, you can see them though.
Yeah. Well, on the battlements.
Battlements, yeah, that's the.
They will have suggested that you like kind of wait until they start like loading things up before you attack them.
That
But
makes
Oh, yeah,
sense.
no,
they'll defer to
definitely.
your judgment.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna start the combat hidden.
Yeah. And Aurelia is just gonna attack as soon as someone else attacks.
You wait. How do I put myself
You-
up like hidden? Like
There's no way to make yourself hidden. Just put yourself somewhere. You put your guy's self
Yeah.
up on the battlements.
I have mage armor. Uh, and I have color spray ready instead of true strike. So
right back. Grab my
So are
pizza.
you good? Are you actually gonna stand next to me then? Is what you're saying?
yeah, I'll be a little bit back so that way I can color spray a little bit. Maybe do a little bit of magical weaponing beforehand. How long does magic weapon last?
I think it lasts a
Uh,
while.
Foundry is fucked for me. It's not letting me load any of my stuff. I gotta reload Foundry.
Are you in pop out mode?
No, I'm not in pop-up mode. It's just I disconnected and it reconnected and then nothing
Oh,
else
yeah,
was
no.
loading. So I think I gotta reload the page.
Mine does that when I'm in pop out mode. It won't let me open stuff up, and I gotta go into pop in and then refresh.
Actors. Clear.
Still, for those people with range, I think battlements is still a pretty good spot to
Yep.
be.
Yes,
Color spray
I
is one
can get
thing
a
though.
shot on just about everybody.
Yeah. And most cantrips should be able to still hit pretty well too. I think you get some sort of advantage for being higher up. I'm not sure.
I'll have to double check.
That's really freaking weird. I can't like open my preparations or anything like that.
All right.
What's
So,
going on?
how are you guys hiding?
I am hiding behind a crate.
I'm hiding next to the wall, but I'm a
Okay,
rat.
there we go.
I'm a 3-foot tall goblin. This crate is probably twice my height.
You get +1 for high ground, by the way.
Oh, nice.
There we go. How long does this last? Targets, one cast time, duration, 1 minute. Okay, I would have to do this really quickly.
Yeah.
Before combat starts in that case. And then color spray is fucking
Are you magic weaponing your staff or are you magic weaponing my sword?
some 15 cord. Yes.
So you see what I did? I turned you. I morphed into an actual rat.
Oh, sick. All right.
Nice.
So yeah, so
Hey.
you're just hanging out on the wall there, or are you guys going up on the battlements? You guys actually move your
I'm up
characters
on
where
the
you want.
battlement.
Oh, you already put
I'm
your
staying
character.
on
Oh
the
yeah,
wall.
stay on the wall. Okay.
Okay. What about you two?
I mean, I'm greeting them, and he's standing kind of behind me. He said.
Yeah.
So
About 15 feet away. About 15 feet.
Okay.
so Aurelius would open one side of the gate, not both sides of the gate, just so it makes it a little slower for them to get in and out. Yeah, we'll just claim the other side's jammed or something.
All right. They approach and they say, "Oh, hello. We're just strangers looking to meet our old friends. Looking to get some breakfast and then, maybe we should talk to the owners in private."
Oh, I just heard you were just collecting some taxes. I was here to help you load.
Oh, okay. That's polite of you. Roll deception.
I assume that's not a very hard lie, but let's see what we get here. Oh, I actually rolled pretty high, 15.
He also rolled a 15.
Nice.
I think that's a DC, no? Rather than I guess it could be against their roll though.
Oh, it would be against them. Um, I see. Okay. Well, be sure to have you help load. They're bringing their horse.
Okay.
Oh,
They
free
start to come
horse.
on in. So,
So wait, is there like a place where all the goods are stacked?
yes, yes.
Are those two guys in the back gonna come in or no? You leaving them out there?
Uh
No, they're holding back.
Could
that-
I mage hand the door shut behind those two?
That'd be a lot of. I don't know. Well, it's a gate. Depends on much pressure.
Yeah, well, I figured it's just like flipping a switch type deal, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, usually for closing it would be just flipping a switch.
The gate
Uh,
slams shut. Roll
Ah.
initiative.
You'll
Ooh, wait, are we doing it right now?
Oh boy. All right.
And the other two bandits run.
Okay. Well, you might want to shoot them before they get the
Yeah,
chance
I'm
to get
gonna
out.
shoot
Wait,
one
hey,
before
no,
they
they gotta
get
do
out.
it. They gotta run an initiative.
They're running they're running the moment the gate shuts, and you
That's
have no
what- that-
visibility on them.
Yeah, we do. The gunner does.
Yep, I do.
That's literally his job to shoot the runaways.
Yep, I will shoot one as soon as they start running.
Based on initiative, anyway.
Yes.
Well,
let's see
yeah,
what we get
if I
here.
can figure out how to roll this stupid thing.
Okay, roll your initiatives, and post it in the chat.
It's you roll initiative with perception, but like then there's like a perception
No,
bonus.
is there a specific
Yeah,
button?
it's just not letting me.
Oh,
It's-
I'm
the
doing it.
button's not
I'm
working.
talking path builder. But I got a 6 to my initiative.
You know the deal. Put it in the chat.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yep. Oh, actually, sorry. I forgot I have another bonus to it.
Says there's no token on the scene, so I should just roll a dice and then add it.
You can do the perception roll that's right above initiative. And
Okay.
it'll do the same thing. Ooh, I don't think I'm going to be
I got
very
an 8.
quick on the draw.
I got an 8.
Oh, well, I'll take
No
it back. I might be the
3/8?
quickest of the draw.
Yeah, we are not rolling very high this time.
No, we are not.
And my whole background is that I get more bonus to initiative. Rip.
I have bad news.
Oh,
Mr.
sounds like
Bandit Leader rose first.
Oh boy. Alrighty.
Then, let's see. The other guys rolled 9, so it's gonna be him, then Arlo.
So we don't get around to surprise attacks
You
first.
actually do not. You didn't actually surprise them. You greeted them.
We surprised them with combat. Those guys were hidden. They didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
I'm saying the hidden guys.
I figured we were.
Hey, this is even written in the module. If you straight up greet them, you don't get the surprise round.
Oh,
Hmm.
interesting. Okay,
Yep.
I didn't know that. Okay.
And then it's going to be Nibbler, Strix, and Aurelia. Okay. Human Bandit number on is going to.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
Come
one of the
over
new
here.
updates they added.
And attack her.
They're not going to attack the people who are armed and attacking them. Interesting.
They're attempting to subdue the civilian. It's what they did last time.
Oh, okay.
Makes you feel better they're rolling non-lethally.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's gonna definitely hit. Okay, she's knocked down but not conscious.
Okay.
Whoops. Now, if you don't play along nicely, I'll finish the job and drain your skull. Arlo.
He is definitely going to panic a little bit because he's gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't think it was going to happen this way." And I suppose he's just gonna fucking scooch into a way that makes sense, right? And then fucking how would killer spray would a cone would probably get all of them right here, 15 feet, right? Cone from here. I don't know. Is 5 tiles?
At
I don't know
Poor Horse.
how it would work, but poor horse, it'll be fine. Just
It's
get
just
into a position where I can hit all of them. I just gotta move forward a little bit, I guess, and then that'll be fine. But and then fucking
I sense
color
burning
spray, I
hands in
guess.
your future.
No, color spray. That's different. They need to make a DC 17 will save.
Okay. They will roll that save.
So from now on, guys, remind me I need to use stealth for my initiative roll.
Oh, you can do that.
I have to. That's the only way I get
Oh.
one shot, one kill.
Oh.
It's
forget you can
basically
use
like
other
sneak
skills.
attack. Yeah.
All right, who passes? Who
Give me one
fails?
second. There it is.
They all
Let
failed.
you on the website choose whatever thing you want to your initiative.
I guess you choose your highest, or the one that makes sense. Stealth, you might have to be
Yep.
in stealth to make it use.
Yeah.
See?
But for me to initiate one shot, one kill, I have to start my initiative in stealth.
And don't forget that when you're rolling saves, that it ranges from critical failure to critical success. So I have to know what they roll.
They roll a 13.
A 13 is a failure. That is not a critical failure. I believe
Okay.
critical failure is 10 below.
Yep.
I thought it was 5 below. It was
No,
10.
it's 10.
Oh no! Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's 10.
Okay, so regular failure is the creatures caught in a cone are stunned and blinded for 1 round and dazzled for 1 minute.
How long are our turns in this game? 6 seconds or?
Yeah, same 6 seconds.
Still 6 seconds. So dazzled is all creatures and objects are concealed from you. Stunned is just what you think stunned would be. It's stunned 1, so they lose 1 action over the turn. And then they're blinded for 1 round. So that is a -4 status penalty to perception checks.
So -4 to what?
Okay, so for this upcoming round until the end of their current turn, they will be stunned 1 and blinded. So stunned 1 is they can only take 2 actions instead of 3.
Okay.
And then blinded is, blinded, which is a -4 status penalty to perception checks.
Gotcha. All right.
Or you automatically critically fail perception checks that require you to be able to see. And if vision is your only precise sense, you take a -4 status penalty. So it's just the full description is you can't see. All normal terrain is difficult terrain for you. You can't detect anything using vision, and you automatically critically fail perception checks that require you to be able to see. And then after this round, they will be dazzled for 1 minute, which is
the
all
siege
creatures and objects are
procedure.
concealed.
Oh, okay. All right. Pretty good move. Pretty good move.
Yep, I imagine this is Arlo just kind of getting very flustered, just moving forward and just kind of clapping his hands together, and from it is just like a gigantic, just epilepsy-inducing, just rainbow effect that
Okay.
happens in the
They're
cone.
gonna. They are not happy with you. They are going to shoot at you, and correct me if I'm wrong. They get 3 actions as well, minus the 1, of course, and his an attack is like 1 action,
Yes,
right?
so
And so
they
is
have
movement.
2 actions.
Gotcha.
Movement is an action, so
and
they
they
have
have-
2 actions this turn.
And you have an attack penalty if you attack more than once.
Yep, and they are still blinded, so
They have a -4 on top of that. Oh, well, on top of the second for the
well,
second.
they critically fail any perception checks, and then
Okay,
a
so
-4
Bandit
status penalty to your
1's
perception checks.
attack, number 1 attack is a 17 for the first hit, -4. That's a 13
Yep, so that
for the
misses.
first roll.
If they're attacking me, that misses.
Yeah, they are. Okay, and the misses. Yep, and the second one's gonna miss too, as you realize. 2 arrows go to the left and right of your head. Alright, next bandit's gonna do the same thing. Alright, they rolled a 17 as well. That's a 13, that misses. And they miss again. Man, you are hard to hit. Plus the
Yeah,
blind.
don't
really
forget the
fucking hurts you.
map penalty. On top of that, if they're attacking twice in a row.
What is it? What is the penalty? What is it? -2.
So
First
it's
attack
minus
is no
5.
penalty. Second attack is -5.
Yep.
And then
Gotcha,
third
okay,
attack
that's
is
fine.
-10.
Gotcha. Well, to be honest, they failed even without that. So.
Yeah. Arlo just dodging and weaving all of these. He's just got, oh Lord.
Fucking
Oh, I
Mr.
was
Bean in
dying.
the moment.
Yeah, he should not have come up front. This was a bad idea.
Can't see a damn thing. Quit moving.
Just, oh, protect me.
Aurelia.
No, protect me, Miss Aurelia. I was not cut out for this
Oh,
fighting
by the way,
business.
apparently they all have horses. My bad.
Oh.
So I give not reading.
Don't forget, the
Horses
horse
make
is
them
also
faster.
dazzled, stunned, and dazed.
Yeah, they are too. Horses
And
are
it
having a
was-
bad fucking time.
It was the rain. It was the people with the bow shooting at you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure.
So I guess now it's the 2 human bandits on the outside getting ready to run. Because 2 of them are inside.
Okay. They get on the horse, and they are fucking booking it. Dash action. Oh no, that's not how that works. It's fucking Pathfinder. So what is it? Just 3 Is it? So it's just 3 movements, and each time they move, they're moving.
Yeah,
Well,
it's 3
actions.
action movements. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually movements are 25 feet, but for a normal race.
Horses have like
sure?
50.
Oh yeah. For a normal race, I'm not counting horses. I don't know about
Okay.
horses.
Yeah, they're 40. I mean, the bandits are 30 by general. I mean, as far as I know,
Oh,
that's
that's
how it is for
interesting.
most things. Yeah.
Most things are 25 in this game.
Okay, gotcha. Let me switch the
So the bandits are above average.
the board setting for the feet.
Elves get a +5, and I took a feat that lets me get another +5, so that's why I move pretty quick.
Okay, there we go. So they're gonna move 90 feet.
You just say, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah, door closes. Don't want part of that. Any part of that.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep. So 100. Yeah, 100 feet is where I start taking negatives to my shots, which is
So you
why
shoot-
I activated 1 shot, 1 kill to negate the negatives.
Ah. So you can potentially still shoot at them.
I can still shoot at them, but I'm gonna take the map when I do.
Ah.
All right, Nibbler.
You can only
Um,
shoot twice with reloads,
I
right?
would like to
Yeah.
cast magic missiles on the archer closest to me. All 3 hits for all 3 actions.
Roll damage.
Ooh, I'm not going to be able to get very far.
It does 15 damage.
So how does that work for all 3 actions?
It's 1 missile per action.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you can haste yourself or something, you can get more actions technically.
Understood. Okay. How much damage?
15.
15.
It's kind of interesting because you choose a target for each missile. If you shoot more than 1 missile at the same target, combine the damage before applying bonus.
Yeah, they closed that fucking loophole for
Yes, they did.
Okay. Where the fuck is their health in this stat block?
They don't
doesn't
have
actually
any of their
show.
minions.
Yep, minions have 1 hit point.
They're
Who are
probably
minions?
not minions.
They're probably not minions. They're probably bandits.
No. They are, but there's no. It literally doesn't list the fucking health, which is ridiculous to me. I've looked at stat blocks before for Pathfinder Second Edition. You just neglect to have the fucking thing. Like,
It could be base level 1 hit points, which is like 10 to 15.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm blind. That's what it is. Yeah, he's dead as
Fair
shit.
enough.
Yay. The man just drops from the shadows from a random magic missile volley.
They're now well aware of where you are.
Yep.
Strix.
Okay, yep, well, I've got one job to do, so I'm going to take it. And I'm going to have to take it at the map -5, so I'm shooting at one of the fleeing bandits.
Okay. Is that so far you have disadvantage or
Uh,
There's no disadvantage.
there's no disadvantage. You just take map if it's out of your range.
map?
So I'm -5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Map is multi-attack penalty.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Cool.
And because it's out of my range, I take the first increment, which is -5.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Dang, I think
That's
he
a
hits.
19.
Is that -5?
That
Yeah,
I already
it's-
rolled that.
Yeah. If you look on the in Foundry, it gives all of the bonuses that you have for it as well as the penalties. So -5 is already a part of it because he would normally be +9.
Gotcha. All right, you hit. Roll damage.
That is 4 points of damage.
You hit him in the shoulder. Winged him.
And then I will use my last 2 actions because I have to duck behind cover and reload. So that's my turn.
All right, Aurelia.
Alrighty. Let's run up to Head Bandit here. Wait. Yeah. So that's one action. And we're gonna do a spell strike. The classic. So I rolled a hit with my bastard sword.
You
Yeah.
bastard.
How do you roll? There you go. I don't see it. How do you wait? Why is it not rolling? I hit the roll button and there's no dice coming up.
Are we just playing over?
All right. I'll roll. It didn't.
So I'm down to continue playing as long as you guys are down.
Yeah, I'm good for a little bit.
I can't go too much longer, but yeah,
Okay,
at
maybe-
least till the combat's over.
Yeah, I think we might be able to finish the combat, right?
Yeah, waiting on
Yeah.
you.
All right. Well, sorry. I got 24 to hit with spell strike.
That's gonna hit.
All right. I'll roll damage for the bastard sword. This website's not doing it very well, so I'm just gonna roll it with my own dice.
Also, I do
Or,
apologize
you
though
could
the
just
one time being
use
gone
Foundry.
thing.
I have to import it into Foundry. I'll do that for next session. 11 for the slashing damage, which is technically magical if it mattered. And then the spell I was using is shocking grasp.
How much damage?
11 for the cut.
So you get like a pretty good strike at him, and he like tries to dodge out of a reflex, and you like cut his throat.
Oh. Well, he also gets shocked to death, so to see how much I overkill him, I'll just roll this, but that doesn't really matter. And that's all my actions. What is shocking grasp damage wise? 2d12. Well, that's 7 more damage on top of that, but yeah, he's very dead. All right, that's my
only
turn.
had to use one spell slot for first level.
Apparently, I did not even need to use a spell slot. I
Okay,
overkilled.
technically, I used 2 because I casted Mage Armor on myself this morning.
I thought this bandit leader was gonna be a little tougher. Not gonna lie, he just died immediately. I could have used a cantrip here.
It happens.
Okay. Arlo.
I guess Arlo is going to go up to this other guy and just be like, all right, we're just going to have to ask you to stand down. You know, you don't have any more friends. They've all ran away, and apparently 2 of them are dead. So if you could just put the weapon down and just come nicely, that'll be great.
Ask for surrender.
The man looks very nervous. It looks like he's about to bolt. What are you
The
doing?
door's closed. How's he going to bolt?
Hey, it's a door that can be opened.
Wouldn't you have to like crank
Uh,
it open? It takes a while.
It's not a
Ar-
gate. It's a
Arlo-
door.
Oh.
Arlo will just say, "Look, if you even try to do anything funny, I'm just gonna have to like, I don't know. I could probably like shock you a little bit or something. I don't know. It'd be best if you just take a little seat, you know."
We got a guy with a gun up in that tower. If you run.
I really don't want to have to hurt you.
Roll diplomacy.
Ooh, I'm not good at these. That's a 3. +3. Sorry, hang on. It's rolling right now. Ooh, 22. That was a 19.
You'll just
So
kill me
22
anyway.
Total. I didn't say I don't want to. I just said I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, your buddies will
We
hurt
just-
me.
Nope.
Oh. Arlo looks visibly nervous because he doesn't know if Nibbler or Strix will.
Oh, that's a good point. Those two might be a
just-
little more bloodthirsty.
I can at the very least say that I'm not going to hurt you, and I don't think Miss Aurelio is going to hurt you either.
Nope, don't have to.
Okay, so he is going to attempt to retreat. Or his.
Well, I did say if he did anything, I was going to just fucking blast him. So
Well, he's not attacking you. He's trying to run away.
yeah, I said if he's going to make a move, he's gonna get blasted.
Well, a move means many things, man.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
if
as
he
in-
wasn't doing what I told him to do, he's gonna get blasted.
Yeah, that means
Don't
anything
move or I
but a
shoot.
turn situation. Yeah.
So I think.
Is there a ready
uh,
action in
I don't
this?
think there is, as far
Well,
as
I mean, it's
know.
still my turn, so if he looks like
Well,
he's going to run,
you
then
wouldn't
I'm
know what
still
he does
going to do
until
my
it's
stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't know what he's doing until it's his turn, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
If there's a
pretty
way to
sure I
ready
can still, like
actions.
ready spells and stuff like that. I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure I
sure.
can, like, ready
Maybe.
spells.
I'm not
So,
sure.
like, I'm
Oh, man.
so I will just ready my telekinetic projectile for if he decides to do anything other than surrender.
You can prepare to use actions that will occur outside your turn. Choose a single action or free action you can use, and designate a trigger. You
Okay,
turn
so
then
what's
ends.
your action you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna prepare telekinetic projectile if he does anything other than surrender, and then that's the end of it.
Yeah, he's
And then
gonna
you-
open the door and fucking try to book it.
All right.
Yeah, telekinetic projectile.
All right. What is that?
I
Roll to hit,
guess.
or-
Yeah.
So I hurl a loose, unattended object within range, and then make a spell
Like a
attack roll
rat?
against the target.
That'd be
So,
funny.
I'm going to do probably whatever weapon the bandit was using, the bandit leader.
That'd be a Morning Star.
It doesn't
so
actually
that
do
would-
more damage, but
Bludgeoning. I think that would be bludgeoning. So we're
yeah,
gonna
that'd
do
be bludgeoning.
So attack to hit.
I'm reminded of a certain character Tylen played where he carried a brick.
Did you crit?
I crit.
I love
Nice.
carrying a brick.
Let's go. So that is a d6 damage plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So I just simply double my damage. 18 damage. Holy shit.
Well, then you also get the crit modifier for your cantrip, technically.
Yeah.
No, for my critical success, it's just deal double damage.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
so
never mind.
So-
I don't think I can crit.
so
with
here's
it,
what
I just deal
happens.
double damage.
So he slams open the door, leaps out. Mid leap, a Morning Star crashes in the back of his head and blows him away.
Just the last thing everyone hears in the session is Arlo, I did try to warn you not to do it.
His head explodes into blood and gore everywhere.
Aurelia pats him on the back. Good job, Arlo.
Talk about blowing somebody's mind.
You got him.
Arlo just like, oh, I didn't really want to hurt him. Oh, but he still ran away.
Looks like you need a hug. You might want to go ask someone for one of those.
Think you're fucking
Oh,
smart,
is
do
she
ya?
okay?
All right. So the other two bandits are gonna continue going away. I assume you don't have 180 feet of range.
No, that would be beyond the second map.
I have 120.
They fuck
Yeah,
off into
fuck.
the forest.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well we at least we dealt with the immediate problem.
Yup.
Yeah, like them retreating and getting more guys could never possibly be a problem.
Nope.
Oh, we gotta set up traps.
Yep.
Come
All
on, I'll
right.
just critically hit with telekinetic projectile.
I tell you,
So
once I
Again.
start getting able to make grenades, I know who I'm giving them to.
Jesus Christ.
I will say, right as they're running away, out of the corner of your eye, a massive blast of energy fires, and he topples off his forest. One lone soldier tells a story.
oh.
Would you everyone like to roll me a perception check?
Yeesh.
What?
Should we save that for next
Excuse
week?
me, what the fuck was that?
We'll be done here right in a second.
Oh, I got 11.
I got a 15.
18.
Nog is currently in the other
10.
in the other sniper nest essentially.
Yup.
He has a purple finger where his finger was missing.
So,
Well, how do you know?
wait,
It worked. Okay, that's
So-
the one in the session.
wait, so there's only one guy left versus two? Is that what we said?
Yes,
Okay, got it.
one lone soldier
Um,
runs away.
So, can we assume we took a long rest after this, by the way, before any other combats happen, just for character logging sake?
Possibly.
do we-
It depends what you guys choose to do.
Fair. Okay, we could just do that next session then.
Okay. That's fun.
That was fun.
Yee.
A lot of
Give me a little
figuring out how new things work, but it was still fun, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Okay, so so what's your guys' favorite part? Arlo, you go first.
The fucking telekinetic projectile. I really don't want to hurt you. If you could just surrender, please, sir. And then fucking
Explodes his
blowing
head.
his skull up. Just like, oh dear lord, no.
You'd have to keep the Samwise Gamgee voice the whole time.
I do love the voice you're doing for Arlo. It's great.
He sounds like he's so nervous, but man, he's deadly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
is
is.
deadly.
He
That's
is
why
meant to become the archmage of an evocation college eventually.
By the way, you guys are like really, really strong for characters level 1.
I
Well,
know,
yeah, that's
right?
because this is Pathfinder, not D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the level gap is a lot different.
That
in
would have been a
Pathfinder.
lot hairier if you guys were playing 5e.
Yeah, they wanted to make the early levels easier and the mid to late levels harder. Basically, is what they wanted to do. Which kind of makes sense from a level progressive point of view.
So, just FYI, I do have enough materials in my traveling alchemist kit to either make 10 more rounds of ammo or one frag grenade.
Oh, Fragment could come in handy. Oh,
Also,
how much ammo do you have?
because
I have
I
no
me-
money.
How
I
much
mentioned
ammo?
this.
Oh, ammo,
Sorry.
I have like 17 rounds.
Oh, you're probably fine ammo. Go ahead, Talon. Not Talon.
I
sorry, Ulf.
mentioned this spell earlier, Pocket Library. This is literally only something that I decided to give for Arlo because he would have literally no way to learn magic. So like when he first created Kaku, his monkey, he was able to do so because he figured out the Pocket Library spell by accident, which is basically here is the freaking description of it. You collect information from the world's libraries about a particular subject and store it in an extra dimensional library. When you cast this spell, choose any skill in which you are at least trained that has the recall knowledge action. During the duration of the spell, you can call forth a tome from the extra dimensional library when attempting a recall knowledge check using your chosen skill. This is part of the action to recall knowledge. You must have a hand free to do so. The tome appears in your hand, open to an appropriate page. This grants you a +1 status bonus on the recall knowledge check. If you roll a critical failure on this check, you gain a failure instead. If the roll is successful and the subject is a creature, you gain additional information on the context of the creature. Once you reference a book from your pocket library, the spell ends. So he literally is just stealing books from like some college's library so that way he could learn how to do it on his own.
I love it. I love it.
but it is a first level spell, so like it is very expensive
What
to
was
use
your
that.
magic item, Arlo?
It was the floating thingy that we talked about. I wanted to get like eventually a ring of flying, but you were like, okay, he can hover in
Oh,
place
yeah.
after jumping.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. Ring of flotation up to like a ring of levitation. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can hold it. Like, you can go up for like a minute at a time. Okay. So, Burnos, what was your favorite part? Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Bro's dead.
All right. What about you, Sebastian?
My favorite part? Tormenting the old lady and chopping off the finger.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I saw that coming. What about you, Talon?
Oh god, probably shooting the deer, getting it all the way in here, and finding out it's unedible.
Yeah. Not just inedible, almost definitely, almost certainly some kind of curse.
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa!
absolutely.
Someone will be eating it.
Oh, I just realized, by the way, I have I have so many languages. I can speak and read Common, Draconic, Dwarven, Elven, Fey, and Howlet.
Yeah, I
Nice.
get with being a
Wait, you can
witch or
speak Fey?
whatever.
Yeah, I can speak Fey.
Roll me a retroactive perception check, please.
I also
Cool.
speak Fae, Theo.
Okay. What did you
As
get?
a
19.
as a witch, I can like fucking. You get so many languages. I think it's like 7.
I get common, draconic,
that's a lot.
goblin, and orcish.
I just get a lot of language just because Arlo's smart. That's all from intelligence. My score, because
Yeah,
it's
I
5.
got a +2, so I got 2 extra
Or
languages.
it's like, yeah, it's 2 plus your modifier or something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll be DMing you something that you guys have seen. It'll be up to you if you wish to share that retroactively. Now, in the meantime, when do we name the session?
Oh, jeez.
Oh Lord. Name it my pasture wouldn't approve.
My pastor wouldn't approve.
Oh, out of context, that's pretty bad.
That really is.
In context, it's still kind of bad.
Even with context.
A goblin, an
Do,
elf, and a human walk into a trading post.
Okay. Could do I was thinking every heart has its thorns or some shit.
Alright. His pasture wouldn't approve. That's probably pretty good. Alright. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed as much as we have, and have a wonderful day.